Okay, so you sent over some really quite harrowing material notes, excerpts about this major event.
Yes, the crash of Air India flight AI171 near Ahmedabad happened just recently, June 12th, 2025.
Absolutely devastating. So our plan here is to really dive into the sources you provided, get past the headlines, and piece together what they say happened, the aftermath, and, the human side of it all.
It's a tough one. But yeah, let's unpack it based on these notes. They mention flight AI171 was a Boeing 7878 Dreamliner.
Right, the Dreamliner, headed for London Gatwick from Ahmedabad.
Exactly. Took off around 1:38 p.m. local time, and then almost immediately, disaster.
The sources say it crashed directly into a building.
Yeah, a dormitory building at BJ Medical College,
Oh.
right there in Magani Nagar, so a populated area.
Which explains the scale of the loss mentioned in the material. It's just huge.
It really is. The notes list 242 people on board. That's 230 passengers, 12 crew.
And tragically, 241 of them didn't survive. That's according to these documents.
Yes. And then there's the ground situation.
Yeah.
Because it hit that dorm.
The figures there are also really grim. The sources estimate somewhere between, 38 and maybe over 60 people killed or injured on the ground?
That seems to be the range noted. It's
Mhm.
awful. But there's this one detail in your notes that really stands out. The sole survivor from the plane itself.
Ah, yes, I saw that.
Yeah.
A British national, Vishwash Kumar Ramesh.
That's the name mentioned. Seat 11A. Apparently walked away with only minor injuries, physically at least.
Physically, right. His notes also say his brother was next to him and didn't make it.
Yeah, he's obviously grieving heavily, but just imagine being the only one out of 242 people on board.
Incredible. And this crash, historically speaking, the material points out is significant.
Very significant. It's noted as the first fatal hull loss worldwide for a Boeing 787 Dreamliner.
Wow. First ever for the 787 and for India.
The sources state it's the country's worst air disaster in almost 3 decades, since the Charkhi-Dadri collision, I believe.
So understandably, the investigation is now the main focus.
Absolutely. The notes confirm India's DGCA, that's the Directorate General of Civil Aviation, is leading it.
And the U.S. NTSB is involved too, because it's a Boeing aircraft.
Correct. That's standard procedure. And crucially, your notes mention they've recovered the black box.
Okay, good. That should provide some answers, hopefully. What about initial theories mentioned in the sources?
Well, the preliminary thinking, based on this material, seems to lean towards a possible dual-engine failure.
Both engines. Any idea why?
The notes suggest a few possibilities being looked at, maybe a major malfunction. Could be a bird strike affecting both, or some kind of system anomaly. Still very early, though.
And there was something about the altitude. The sources highlighted it was extremely low.
Yeah, very low. Something like only 450 to 625 feet above the ground when the impact happened.
That low means basically no time, right? No time to react or try anything.
Exactly. The sources imply it suggests a really sudden, catastrophic event right after takeoff. Almost no chance for the crew to recover.
It's chilling. And beyond the technical side, you shared some personal stories from the sources, too.
Yes, they really bring home the human cost. There's Lawrence Christian, just 30. He'd been in India for his father's funeral.
Oh, no. And he was on this flight trying to get home.
That's what the notes say. Heartbreaking. And then there are stories of bravery, like a first responder named Raju Patel, 56 years old.
What did he do?
The account says he actually went into the burning wreckage to try and help people. Just incredible courage.
Absolutely. So what's happening now in the aftermath? The sources mention ongoing efforts.
Yeah, difficult work. DNA testing is underway to identify everyone. The notes say about 125 victims have been identified so far, and 83 returned to their families.
That's a huge task. And compensation.
The sources mention plans for about 1.25 crore Indian rupees per victim's family. And, of course, a period of national mourning. Condolences from leaders like PM Modi are noted, too.
And the impact on Air India and the industry. The airline reacted quickly, it seems.
Yes, your notes say Air India temporarily grounded its Boeing 787 services. They're pulling engines from similar planes for inspection.
So grounding similar models, too, pending the investigation.
That's what the material indicates. Shows how seriously they're taking any potential wider issue with the aircraft or engines.
Okay, so wrapping this up, this deep dive into the sources you gave us, really paints a picture of a sudden, terrible event.
Absolutely. Immense loss of life, both in the air and on the ground. A complex technical investigation just starting, and just so many personal tragedies.
It gives you the key facts as presented in this material. The knowns and the unknowns still being looked into.
Definitely.
And maybe a final thought for you to consider. Just think about the massive challenge investigators face now. They have to untangle the technical side, what went wrong with the plane, but also the human factors, the impact on the community, on families. It's an incredibly complex picture they need to build.